What legacy would you like to leave? As part of the Legacy Society, your gift supports the future of the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. By participating in the planned giving process, you can be assured that when you leave this earth, your charitable gift will continue to support this apostolate and its mission of connecting people to Christ. If you're interested in including Iowa Catholic Radio as part of your charitable gift planning, call me, Belle Marasco, at 515-223-1150. Thank you for your prayerful support.
The Catholic Morning Show on Iowa Catholic Radio.
So wonderful to have you with us, friends. Folks, Our Lady of Guadalupe has a special place in the heart of all North American Catholics. She is the patroness of these shores. And of course, her shrine is in the backyard here. Our neighbor, United States, she's in Mexico. But of course, her spirituality is central to so many people. Wonderfully, we get an opportunity to have this focus of the wonders of Our Lady of Guadalupe and the spirituality that is connected to it passing through here in Des Moines. And so that's what we're going to talk about today with Antonio Banuelos, who is helping with the Office of Hispanic Ministry with his wife, but he does all sorts of things for the diocese. So Antonio, thank you for coming on the Catholic Morning Show.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
So for listeners who aren't familiar, what is the Pilgrim Mother statue, which is what we mean when we're saying the Our Lady of Guadalupe statue, and why is it traveling across the country right now?
Sure. The Pilgrim Mother statue is going all over the country. Their goal is to go to every diocese in the United States before the year 2031. So you want to know, 2031, that's kind of an odd year. But the thing is, if you think about it, this year we celebrate 250 years of the United States, which is a wonderful celebration. In 2031, we're going to celebrate 500 years of the apparition of Our Lady of Guadalupe to San Juan Diego in Tepeyac. So we're preparing a whole thing of events for that. The U.S. Catholic bishops are planning for that. But here in the Diocese of Des Moines, we had the opportunity to host the Pilgrim Mother, which is a statue. When you think about it, we think is, a statue or an image. This item is huge. When you get in front of it, it's just impressive. Is penetrating to what you see. So it's a statue of natural size of Our Lady of Guadalupe. They use natural hair from a 9-year-old girl to put on her. It has glass eyes, so when you look at her, it looks like she's looking at you. So it is a wonderful image that is doing the pilgrimage here in Des Moines.
Perfect for celebrating something as momentous as 500 years of us celebrating on shores, the faith that was so foundational and given such a prominent place because of the apparition. I know most people are familiar, at least in some ways, with Our Lady of Guadalupe, but at least briefly, can you talk about what the 500-year-ago event that the statue itself is making, as it were, concrete for people?
Sure. Yeah, the Spaniards came into Mexico in 1521. That's when they finalized the conquest of the Aztec Empire. They took over the country, and the indigenous population were very depressed because they had a very well-organized religion that told them, what was going to be like after life. So they saw all that come to shambles. So actually, Bishop Zumárraga at that time wrote a letter saying, I don't see any future in this unless a miracle happens. So in 1531, in the mornings, Juan Diego, a native of Mexico, a convert who had been recently baptized, he was on his way to church and he heard birds singing and he was, this is December. Birds are not singing. They're pretty much hiding of the cold. So he went and saw a beautiful girl, which called my little girl, he called her. And she said, I'm the mother of the living God. And I want a temple to be built in this place so people can come and worship the true God. So we always say already, the Virgin Mary pointing us to Jesus. So that's what Our Lady of Guadalupe does. So she asked him, go to the bishop. So very ecclesiastical or Holy Mother to say, go to the bishop, get us a temple here. Bishop didn't believe it, of course. And then he asked him, bring me proof. So he went back to her. And actually, his uncle got sick. And he tried to went the other way to look for a priest to give his uncle his final confession. And then Our Lady appeared to him where he thought, she's only there, so I'll come this way. Of course, we try to do that to God too. But and then when she said, don't worry about your uncle. Am I not here that I'm your mother? I'm your consolation. I have you on my arms. I protect you with my mantle. I'll take care of your uncle. Go get my proof, bring it to Bishop. So he found Castile flowers, Castile roses on the hill, which especially in December,
Right.
we don't have those. And especially in Mexico, we didn't have those.
Right.
So he brought them to Bishop on his ayate, which is like a cloak. So when he opened the cloak to the Bishop, the image of Our Lady is there. And the material of that cloak is made out of, is plant-based. So after 500 years,
Right.
it's still there.
And folks, we think about, of course, the missionaries that sailed over the ocean and brought the faith, but there's a very strong way that I don't know a better way to say it except that the most successful missionary in the New World was Our Lady of Guadalupe, and the ramifications just resonating throughout time about how central that event and how much it changed everything for everybody over here. You can't quantify it. And so coming up on the 500 years anniversary in 2031, what we have is the Pilgrim statue going around so that people can begin to be a part of preparing the way for us to celebrate that properly. And right now we're talking with Antonio Banuelos, who is telling us about the Pilgrim statue coming through here in the Diocese of Des Moines and Iowa in general. So what are the dates and hours that the statue will be at St. Ambrose Cathedral? Is this open to everyone? Is there registration needed? Give us the details about how we can be a part of this.
So the statue is at St. Ambrose. If you come into the cathedral right now, there's no way you miss it. It's a very significant presence right there. So it's going to be there till August 4th. So that is next Tuesday. It's pretty much, as long as a church is open, you can come anytime. Pray, bring flowers, put your intentions there. But there's, and I don't have the schedule of those. They have what they call experiences. It's a half-hour audio that talks about the history of the apparitions, the message that Our Lady brings. Then is a decade of the Rosary, and then we go see the images. So the statue is the main item, but there's also a real a real size image of Our Lady of Guadalupe and a picture also of Saint Juan Diego. Those were touched to the actual tilma in the Basilica down in Mexico City. So they're third-class relics. So
Wonderful.
Bring your rosaries, bring your crucifix, your scapularies, touch them against them, and you'll have a third-class replica.
Absolutely. And, another thing that is a sort of tradition, people can write petitions on ribbons as part of the visit. Can you talk about that tradition real quick for us?
Yeah, so the thing is, after the experience, you have white ribbons where you put your petition. A parishioner in St. Ambrose asked me, do they have to be in Spanish? I said, put it in whatever language you want. Don't worry about that. So you put those petitions. Those ribbons are going to be brought down to the Basilica in Mexico City. And the Archbishop of Mexico City, Cardinal Carlos Aguiar, is going to celebrate a Mass for the intentions on those ribbons. So ask anything you want. Always, Jesus said, ask and you shall be given. Who better than our Holy Mother to do that?
And so this is just one stop, right? So St. Ambrose, we said July 15th through August 4th, but we got some other stops as well here in the Des Moines, but also just the diocese in general.
Yes, then it's going to be Our Lady's Immaculate Heart in Ankeny from August 6th to the 13th. St. Boniface in Waukee from August 15th to the 21st. St. Bernard in Osceola from August 23rd to September 2nd. And finally in Corpus Christi in Council Bluffs from September 4th to the 11th.
Folks, 500 years of celebrating the most significant event of spreading the Catholic faith here in the New World, celebrating the apparition of Our Lady of Guadalupe with the Pilgrim statue, making it through our diocese, our listening area. We're speaking with Antonio Banuelos about this. So before we let people go, if they're intrigued, they want to think about it, but if they've never encountered Our Lady of Guadalupe, what would be the last things that you would say here as we finish up our interview to say, make sure to take the time to come be a part of this significant prayer?
Yeah, and that's something in my experience, on doing several pilgrimages and several pilgrim images. We many times think Our Lady of Guadalupe is for the Hispanic community. And we say, let the Hispanics come and do that. No, she's the start of the new evangelization. That's what St. John Paul II called her. She's the Empress of the Americas, from Alaska to Argentina. She is the Empress. So the message is for all of us. It's not for just the Mexican natives, but it's for the whole continent and for the whole world. So go learn about it. Put yourself just at her mercy and learn about the message that she said, don't worry about your worldly issues. I'm here to take care of them.
Amen. And just one more time, folks, St. Ambrose Cathedral, she is there right now until August 4th. Then Our Lady's Immaculate Heart in Ankeny, August 6th through 13th. St. Boniface in Waukee, August 15th through 21st. St. Bernard in Osceola, August 23rd through September 2nd, and then Corpus Christi in Council Bluffs, September 4th through 11th, as she winds her way to all of the dioceses of America before the big 500-year anniversary in 2031. This is Our Lady of Guadalupe statue pilgrimage in Des Moines. You want to make sure to make this if you get a chance. Antonio Banuelos, thank you for coming on the Catholic Morning Show.
Thanks for the invite. Thank you very much.
Listen to the Catholic Morning Show weekdays at 7 a.m. Central on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, iowacatholicradio.com, or the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
Join host Katie Patrizio as she explores the original language, historical backdrop, cultural environment, and Old Testament context of the Scriptures, focusing on the upcoming Sunday readings. Sunday Dive, Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Central, only on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.